Nikila Pradier. On July 3rd, ministry leaders in Pennsylvania will call on believers around the country to unite in a prayer effort to plead to God to send revival to our land.
We have a national day of prayer, but we'd like to have a day of fasting where we can look to God, seek His face, and call upon Him to do His work again.
That's Pastor William Kovacic of Lifegate Baptist Church in Bellefonte, Pennsylvania. The church is leading up the Great American Fast. Kovacic says they're calling on people around the country to join them in a 12-hour fast on July 3rd from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. His church will also be having a special service that day. One of the speakers is Ohio Evangelist Michael Adams.
This country's fallen off so far from its Christian foundations, and our sitting president mentioned that we were no longer a Christian nation. That just really burned into my heart.
Adams tells Christian News Weekly this observance can be a spark to turn the U.S. back to its Christian roots.
In reading and going back through a lot of stuff on the history of the United States, it was said that this country was not founded by religionists, but by Christianity. Not by religions, but by the gospel of Jesus Christ. And that was spoken by Patrick Henry in 1776. And that's where our country started from, and that's where our country needs to be back to.
So how does Pastor Kovacic see true revival occurring? He says it starts with the church.
There's a lot of religion, but very little relationship with Jesus Christ. And I think the problem is with the churches. We have got to, as a Christian America, we have got to get back to the fundamentals of Christianity and turn to God with our whole hearts and let Him be the ruler of our congregations, of our lives.
Kovacic says if the church can get it right, that will be effective in reaching the lost and turning the nation back toward God, and he believes it's possible. The same goes for Michael Adams, and he talks about how fasting can be a powerful instrument to get it done.
Fasting is taking away of our own selves and seeking God. And that's what we need to get this country back to, that we're not seeking the purpose of ourselves, but we're seeking the Scriptures. We're seeking what God has given us through His holy word, and we're seeking to live as the Christians of the early church in the book of Acts lived, being of one accord.
Pastor Kovacic says,
certainly I know a lot of people cannot fast for medical reasons or whatever, and God knows the heart. But I believe that when we subdue the flesh, and eating, of course, would be a feeding the flesh, literally, but when we subdue that and we focus totally on the spiritual, I think that God will listen, and God will hear, and I believe He'll answer.
In addition to the 12-hour fast, people are, of course, encouraged to pray. Michael Adams encourages people this way.
Pray for their elected officials, from our congressmen, our senators, our governors, our president, that they will be so stirred in their hearts they cannot even work their job until they acknowledge God as the true God, to say, okay, I need to please God before I please man.
Pastor Kovacic says overall,
for a second or a third great awakening, really, we want to see God meet with us. We meet with this country in a powerful way that He hasn't for a while.
Both men say they look forward to seeing how God will use this movement to begin to heal our land. Again, the Great American Fast will be on July 3rd. Connect to and learn more about the ministry through our website, ChristianNewsWeekly.org. For Christian News Weekly, I'm Nikila Pradier.